Good morning, YouTube. So I thought I would pop in and just do a little update of what I've been doing recently. I haven't been on YouTube for quite some time. Um, Before I go into that, I'm Michelle from Tasmania, Australia. It's a nice, somewhat sunny day here. Um, We're just in the last month of winter, so we will be heading into spring soon. That will be great. I'll be able to get outside in the dye pots more often. Sorry about my squeaky chair. Oh dear, it's not great, is it? So I just thought I would show you a few things I've been working on recently. I'm just going to grab this out and work on this as we talk. So, to this side of me, we've been very busy putting in some shelving for my eBay sales. Before this, they were stacked up in boxes and bags and bits and pieces and very hard to find. So this is going to help clean up the floor, clear up things, won't feel as claustrophobic. And that'll be a great addition to this little space. And I have all my clothes stuck on one side, books and DVDs, etc. I'm still sorting through, so there's a bit of a mess around me at the moment, but I thought I'd just stop and have a breath. So what have I been doing? Well, at the moment I am knitting a scarf. Now, I do a little bit of knitting, and I have been knitting a little bit recently, which I will show you shortly. But I've been going to it's called the Vinnie's Hub in Somerset, and they have lots of little workshops, and they do things like soap making, fire cider, which I did have a go at the other day, and I forgot to bring that out, but I still have very yellow fingernails, very bright yellow fingernails from grating the turmeric. So yes, we've been making all sorts of things out there, some of which I will show you today. And at the moment, I'm working on this piece of knitting, which is just going to be a simple, not wrong way around, a simple garter stitch scarf. And the knitting group meets on a Monday, knitting and crochet, and they knit and crochet for charity. It gets very cold here in winter. So a bunch of ladies, and maybe sometimes gents, sit around a couple of tables and knit scarves and blankets and beanies and things to give to those who need them to keep warm in winter. So this is my little project. You just go along, grab a set of knitting needles and some wool from the storeroom, and you can take it home and do a bit more and meet every Monday. Pass it on when it's done. So it's a great little idea. So I'm generally a muted tones person, as you could probably tell from this. And I'll just finish this row and I'll hold it up a bit closer for you. But I figure a lot of ladies are probably going to be doing pinks and purples and pretty colours. And then what's left for the men and the boys? If they want a warm scarf, I think these colours would be perfect. Yeah, so we've been doing all sorts of things out there. It's been great fun getting to know some locals, chatting away with lots of ladies that are very clever, crafty. I mean, I do a lot of crafts, but you can always learn more from someone else. So here it is so far. It's nothing too fancy, but you wouldn't want it to be for a bloke or a young boy. So yeah, that's what I'm working on at the moment, and will continue working on as I go. What else have I been working on? Okay, knitting wise. What have we got here? Oh, we've got all sorts in this little bag. More than I thought. So I've been using this yarn. It's just a little, it's all sorts of shades of blue, grey and white. It's just from one of those milling baggies from Spotlight. It's beautiful and soft. And I'd say it's only one ply because it's very low twist. It's lovely. So I have been playing around with that, and so far from the one bag of millings, I have knitted a tiny little wee beanie. Little thread hanging off there. So maybe I could donate these to the Vinnie's Hub, because I don't have any little wee babies in the house anymore. My granddaughter turns 1 in a few days, and my other granddaughter turns 4 a couple of days later, so they're a little bit big. And this little pair of booties, like slippers. They're quite small. Threads hanging off everywhere. Another pair of those booties, a little bit bigger. These ones are a bit more grey-blue. Oh, excuse me. So they're just knit in the flat, and then you stitch them together, which is my preferred method. I've tried knitting in the round and made a whole mess of it. So also from that one bag of millings, and I'm in no way sponsored by Spotlight. No way at all. I have popped together just a simple pair of fingerless mittens. They're just knitting a rectangle, and you stitch them together and leave the thumb out, and they just keep, most of your fingers warm. So I've knitted a set of those for myself. And a set of leg warmers to match. Now, I don't think I have enough for a beanie to match them, but that's okay. It's a little bit too much blue on blue on blue, I guess, if I really did that. I've also knitted a pair of leg warmers in this colour, because I bought myself a lovely poncho a little while back from an op shop that has alpacas, and it's a mustard knit poncho. So I knit a pair of leg warmers. Then I thought, oh, need a pair of gloves as well. So I just threw together another pair of gloves. They lose colour when you get them up close. So they're a nice mustard yellow. So that's what I have been knitting. I think that's all. There could be more. You never know. I have also been doing a little eco printing. I have put a couple of little video clips on my Facebook page, Hawthorne Grove, if you want to have a look. This is just an upcycled short sleeve sweater, 100% cotton. And on that I have printed eucalyptus leaves in a dirty iron pot, it's called. So you just reuse the water over and over, and the tannins help set the dye, and to help it even further, you roll it around rusty things. And this is the string marks, which I love. The string marks, I love the effect it gives. So there's that one. Quite a nice size, ladies size 20. Some of these will go to my market stall. Some of them already have, actually. So I have a little stall at the Penguin Market every Sunday, and recently I have started to go to the new market at Ridgeley, which is just out of Burnie. They've just started up a new makers market there. So some of these are already over there, and some are going to be at Ridgeley as well. And here's another little upcycled top with the eucalyptus leaves around the neckline. And you can see again at the bottom there the lovely marks, the string and the residual dye that leaches from the leaves on the outside of the bundle when you bundle them all up. So that's a couple of those. I've also done quite a few cotton tote bags. These are the few I still have here. So it's a little bit hard to see, but there's tones of pink and red and purple and all sorts of lovely shades in there. Orange, and then again string lines. And I'd say that sometimes I lay a bit of onion skin on top of what I'm dyeing, and I'd say that may be the colour from the onion skin. Here's another one. Because they're folded in half, you get that lovely dark line down the centre and the mirror image. I think the little greeny brown patches on this are little torn up bits of onion skin. Oh, it makes your arms hurt holding them up for so long. They're not heavy, it's just holding your arms up in the air when you're just not used to it anymore. I'll be glad when the spring's here and I'll be outside and I'll be lifting lots of pieces of fabric up and down and build up those muscles that are lacking a little. Another one, these are different eucalyptus leaves. Now I'm not sure of the type of eucalyptus, but I think the other ones were cordata, maybe, the silver dollar. Now this one I wrapped around either a trampoline spring or an old can, and that gave those rusty style lines. So I think it was a trampoline spring, and that helps make the design more crisp as well. And then the iron helps set the dye, the rust. Last one of those. That one I've wrapped around something as well, as you can see there. This one's, I don't think I used eucalyptus on this one. This one's just a few other bits and pieces that I just threw on. They're just the cotton totes from Spotlight, the ready-made ones, because honestly, it's probably more expensive to buy the cotton and make them yourself. I've been in the Indigo dye pot, but most of that's already at the market, and I've sold quite a bit of it. And I use the Shibori technique, the Japanese Shibori tying and stitching techniques. But I kept this one for myself because it's nice and big, which is great, and I love the design I got from that one. So it's kind of like a horse tooth, which is really interesting. Depending how you do it, you get the set of teeth. So I can't wait to get back out in the dye pots when we get a bit of better weather. It's been a bit showery today, so I'm not keen to get out there today. A day where I can actually pop some pieces on the line afterwards would be great. Won't be too far away, so I can wait patiently. Can I? Not really. What else have I been doing? Okay. This, which you've probably noticed, is the makings of a quilt, or it could be just a cushion or a table runner, because I don't have a lot of the fabric. So unless I can find some more fairly soon, it will be something smaller. So I don't know whether you noticed, but I'm not really a brights person. And this is bright blues and greens and yellows and pinks and purples, but they are a little muted. They look a little more muted on the screen actually than they are. And so what they are, it's English paper piecing, and I've been watching Kate at the Last Homely House here on YouTube. And what she does is she cuts little hexagons from old, torn and scribbled in books. They've got a little bit of give. They're, nice thin card. And then what you do is you tack them onto the hexagon. Just stitch them on. Oh, it's a little bit hard to see that because I've used a pale thread. Stitch them on, tacking stitch to the hexagon. And then once they're all done, you put them face to face and stitch along here. When it's done, it opens up and they're all very precise. And then another one there, and they all fit together like a little jigsaw puzzle, I guess. So I'm on the hunt for a little bit more of this fabric if I can. If not, if not, it'll just be a small project. So there's the lovely purples. Blue and green flowers. So they're bright colours. They're just a little muted. So they were some scraps I found while I was actually tidying up out here to put up the big shelves. I thought, well, I need to do something with those. So that's what I've been working on. I'm sorry you can't see it a bit closer. I don't know how to zoom in, to be honest, on my computer. But if you go to my Facebook page or my Instagram, there are quite a few photos on there of those. Now, when I opened that up, I also remembered something else I was doing the other day at the Vinnie's Hub. So I used to crochet a lot, and then I stopped, and then I just could not remember for the life of me what I was doing. One of the lovely ladies showed a couple of us girls how to do the granny squares, so I've got about that far on that one and ran out of that wool. But I think they like you to do squares to put towards a blanket. And I think they said 10 inches, but I was very busy concentrating. This is a lovely sage green. I really like it. If I had some of this, I would use it myself. So I might find out next time I go how big the squares need to be and add another colour on to make it up to the size. Now I don't want to make this video too long, but I have one more project to show you, which isn't finished. It's work in progress. Way down here. Now I'll get my makeshift little table tray. I sit at the computer and use a computer box as a table quite often. I just sit here and watch videos and stitch and knit and do all sorts of things. This comes in handy. So inside this bag, oh, a lovely bit of soap that I bought. Show you that first. So one of the workshops they had was soap making, which I couldn't attend. It was on a Sunday and I have my market stall. I wish you could smell this through the screen. It's peppermint soap. And they had a few bars there to sell the other day when I went for the journaling workshop. So beautiful, beautiful. So I grabbed a bar of that. I did try soap making once, but it didn't go very well. And I've never used lye or anything like that. Okay, so my daughter and I went for the first journaling workshop a few weeks ago. And I did try and find her journal, but she's got it stashed away somewhere. But that's okay. But here's the one we made on our first turn. The lady had all these beautiful silk fabrics and things. This was really interesting. She laid all her scraps of fabric on a piece of paper and stitched them together into a big ribbon. I thought that was a great idea. We stitched a pocket inside. Well, I did, not everyone. So I've got a couple of little bits and pieces in there that will go in the book. A bit of matching paper. Shiny fabric. More paper. So this one's fairly simple, and it's just got the plain pages. We didn't have any hand-dyed paper on the day, but we learned how to stitch the pages in, which is called a signature, apparently. Yeah, so another little pocket there. Oh, that one needs gluing down a little bit better. That's okay. I left a little string, and I might pop some beads on that as a bookmark. Now, this is the one I did a couple of days ago. I only got the cover done, but she let us choose from her beautiful stash of hand-dyed papers. And as I do eco-printing, I do have some hand-dyed papers, but I really should make some more. So this is the one we did. It's a black velvet. I hung this beautiful dangly and these lovely shimmering satin pieces. Little piece of applique there with sequins. Sari silk, I think, is on the inside, and a nice big pocket. This was a piece from a scarf. Very pretty colours. Oh, the light's starting to come through that window, and it's making things a little bit harder to see. Never mind, we're nearly done. The video's going for long enough anyway. Sure what she's done here. I think she's made this paper. It has little pieces of leaves and things in it. Flower petals, and that's just a little envelope. And things like this, I won't pull it all apart because I've got it all set out. So doilies, a mandala picture, some lovely dyed pieces of paper. See, pieces from old books. Another bigger doily. More of the handmade paper. I have done handmade paper. Very messy, but it's lots of fun. It's like a lavender colour, but you can't really see it. It's a nice one. Yeah, so I've got a few projects on the go. Some of that paper with the little holes. And that's the outer cover. So these will all get folded in half. So that way. And then stitched through here and into the centre of the book. So that'll be great once I can get that done. So that's about it for today. Please like the video if you like it, of course. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see a little bit more. I sometimes go out op shopping. I sometimes craft. I sometimes just show what I've done and where I've been. It's all in Tasmania. I don't go far. And leave a comment if you would like to see more or there's something you'd like to say. It really helps the channel grow. I only have a few little subscribers at the moment. I also have an eBay shop. I have an Instagram. I will try to remember to pop the links in this video. Whoops. If I don't, they will be in the links of other videos. A little bit forgetful and got so much to do. So much on all the time. I take on too much. But I really enjoy it. So if you would like to see any future videos, as I said, subscribe to the channel and I will see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.